Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First, I want to thank you for coming out and being patient with me today to get this press conference together. The first thing I want to say is that this incident is still under investigation. There are going to be questions that you have that I just cannot answer. We're going to provide some handouts to you at the end. I'm going to take about a 5-minute break so that you can go through those handouts, and then you can ask any questions that you would have, or I will take some questions at that time. Superintendent Dilo Retta wanted to be with me today. He instead is with his teachers at this time. I think some of the information that you're going to hear today, you will understand why he's doing that. I believe you already know that the Summit County Coroner has ruled Keith Simon's death a suicide. I think that that is important for everyone to know. I've provided a timeline, or will be providing you a timeline of Keith's movements last Tuesday morning. A couple things that I think are really important. Keith got on the bus about 7 a.m. in the morning. He was dropped off at the school at 7:44 approximately. He entered the bathroom at approximately 7:46. At 7:50, he was found by faculty on the floor of the bathroom. As you can see from that, Keith, when he got off the bus, he went directly to that bathroom. Our investigation has revealed some very disturbing documentation on Simon's cell phone. He had a memo that he had put together between the dates of February the 14th and February the 20th. Included in that memo was an admiration for the Columbine shooters, as well as an 8-step plan and the fact that he had access to firearms. Some of the quotes from those memos will be handed out to you in a little bit here. These documents showed that Simon intended to conduct a school shooting and harm other individuals. Why he went back into the bathroom after he had come out holding the gun and then committed suicide, we do not have an answer for, and I don't know that we'll ever have an answer for that. But he is seen entering the bathroom. Within a short period of time, he comes out to the door of the bathroom with the gun. There are approximately 4 students in that area. They do not see the gun. There is one young man that is in the bathroom, and we believe that both were aware of what the other was doing. That young man immediately left the bathroom when he got a chance to and went and notified school officials of what was happening. Our investigation has not shown where anybody had any knowledge of this incident prior to it happening. This young man did not use social media very often, but what we have been able to find up to this point does not indicate that he had shown his plan or had anybody that was working with him. With that said, we still have a lot of investigation to do. We have electronics that need to be, or we need to finish analyzing at this point. So that is why this investigation is going to continue. We cannot say for sure until we have looked at every piece of information that we have. As all of you know, we're getting tips on a daily basis or information on a daily basis that we have to chase down and either confirm it or determine it not to be true. The last thing I want to talk about is we've made a commitment to the Jackson schools that we would put 2 officers in the high school, 2 officers in the middle school, and 1 officer in each one of the elementary schools until the end of the year. There's also been a Stark County Safety Committee that has been put together, which is being led by Sheriff Meyer. They are looking at all school security issues. We also, on a local level, have met with the school. We have met with a safety committee that we have had, actually met yesterday, and we are looking at all of our practices and policies. We are looking for best practices, and we will put them in place as we're able to do that. At this time, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break. We're going to hand out some documents that you can look at, and then I'll take some questions. Thank you. Okay, hopefully you've had a chance to review those documents, and I will go ahead and take questions.
You said that there was an 8-step plan or something like that in the memo. How was that found? Is that like a written manifesto type thing? Digital or written?
On his cell phone, in the memos section of that phone is where he had put that information.
Did he detail how he was going to do it, like pull a fire alarm, or to get people to come out, or just walk to the bathroom and open fire? Any of that detail?
There is some detail in there. I'm not willing to go into that at this time. It was more, though, the steps of getting the gun, going to school, that type of thing.
You said you were a student in the bathroom. Did he have any conversation with them at all? Or?
We cannot tell that from the video, and we have talked to that young man, but I'm not aware of anything that was said between the two.
What did he see him doing in the bathroom? Did he just see the gun, or did he see him?
He saw him with the gun.
But nothing else, like doing anything, just saw the gun?
We're going off of what we saw in the video. I'm not sure what all he would have saw inside the bathroom itself.
Is that young man not cooperating? While he's in the bathroom?
I'm sorry?
Is the young man who's in the bathroom not cooperating with the investigation to say whether he was threatened or?
Absolutely not. He is working with us. Yes.
Was the gun fully assembled? Did you put anything together to make it usable at that point?
We do not know that.
He says in here that something about he hates when people, when they interview my parents, and that's how they didn't see the signs. Were there any signs looking back that the parents saw?
I cannot speak to the parents. I know that we've looked into our files. We found nothing where we've had any contact with this family outside of dad, maybe a speeding ticket or something like that, but we found no contact with them whatsoever. According to what I understand from the school, he was a pretty good student as far as behavior goes.
How many rounds did he have?
There were approximately 80 rounds total.
In his backpack?
Some were in his backpack, some were in magazines.
All for a rifle, so they all could have gone to the rifle.
All for the 22, correct.
Can you talk about the difference between a 22 and the kind of weapon used in Florida? And, you know, if he would have had the other weapon, would there have been a difference? Or could there have been a difference?
I don't think I can answer as far as could there have been a difference. They are totally different weapons, though. 22 is probably on the smallest side that you can have for a rifle. An AK is a totally different weapon. So I don't think I feel comfortable really to talk about that, though.
Can you give any indication as to what may have transpired? I know you're not in his mind, but is there something that could have stopped this from going on and pulling off what he had planned? Is there anything that they indicated to you or to your investigators that, okay, he had a change of heart, or what may have stopped this? Was it seeing that kid?
We seriously, we do not know the answer to that. I think we should thank God every day. Whatever made him change his mind, he did change his mind. But I don't know that we're ever going to have an answer to that question.
given that, and knowing how bad this could have been, what is running through your mind and your investigator's mind in the school district as you look back at this, knowing that it could have been so much worse?
Well, I think there's the gamut of emotions. First, you're thankful that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And then there's, what else can we do? What can we look at to do to make that school more secure? And we've looked at that. I've been here for 5 years. I've worked with the school from the very beginning with safety issues within that school. And, you know, but you always just question, what can we do better?
With the gun, 22 semi-automatic versus an automatic, are we talking about the ability to pull the trigger and fire one shot at a time with the semi-automatic and the automatic being just rapid fire? Can you explain the difference?
That's correct. As fast as you can pull the trigger on a semi-automatic is how fast that gun will fire. On an automatic, you pull the trigger back and it just continues to fire until it empties the magazine.
How large were the magazines, by the way? 10, 20?
I don't know that. I know there was approximately 9 rounds in one of the magazines and 10 in the other.
You mentioned the wind when you got on the bus. Does that mean the long gun was down in his stomach?
We're not sure exactly how he had that concealed under his clothing. We're still looking at that video. I'd like to be able to give you an exact answer on that, and hopefully we will be able to do that at some time.
Can you give us a little bit of information on the devices that were found in his backpack? Are they typical of a 13-year-old?
I think in his mind, he believed that he had bombs in that backpack. When you talk to the experts, he did not have anything that he could assemble or make into a bomb. Again, there were bottle rockets, there were batteries, there was an aerosol can. I think I forgot to mention that the last time. There was an aerosol can in there, but nothing that certainly was going to do a lot of damage in that school.
Did he leave a suicide note?
I think if you read the handout, he absolutely believed he would die during this event.
Was that, please pardon this term, death by cop or self-inflicted?
I think you can read that memo, and he says exactly what he believes. When he's confronted, he will kill himself. Okay, I want to thank everyone for coming out. I don't believe we're going to have anything else until we are able to conclude this investigation. If I do have something, I will certainly let you know. And let me just add one more thing. I believe this is a strong community. We have good people in this community. We need to come together like we've never come together before. One thing that we absolutely need, we need parents to become parents. We need them to lock up guns. We need them to check their kids' social media, see what they're up to, see what their plans are. And I'm not speaking just specific to this case, but all the other cases that we've been looking at in Stark County with our young people. We need to come together, and we need to find solutions, not try to point fingers, not try to find fault. We all have a responsibility in this. We all have something that we can do to make our school safer and to make our community safer. We need to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.